One of the biggest problems in our generation is lack of ability to accomplish anything. We don't accomplish anything. And there's many reasons for that, for not accomplishing anything. However, I'm going to give you today a short clue of how to deal with things. So if you see, most of the times that for people who complain that they can't accomplish anything and they seem to be overwhelmed and so on and so forth, is for one very simple reason. It's simply they're not organized. Absolutely not organized. They don't know what they're going to do tomorrow. They don't know what they're going to do next week. So everything happens in a chaos. When you happen in a chaos, you can plan appropriately. Try to build a building without having the proper plans in. So you know that it's going to take you X time to draw the plans, and you know these are the stages, and while you're drawing the plans, you need to get permits and so on and so forth, and then you do the excavations, and then you do, I don't know, whatever needs to be done, stage by stage by stage by stage by stage. You don't order the materials before you got the permits, right? If you're going to do so, you might run into financial problems. So are we. Therefore try for 1 week to make a plan where you know hourly what do you do with every hour of your day. And try to stick to this plan. And in those hours that you do, try to actually accomplish things. For example, I need to sit down for a test. So I'm going to sit down and learn for the test. I'm going to learn from 2 to 4. These are the hours. I'm not going to be doing anything else between 2 and 4. I'm not going to be answering my phone. I'm not going to check my emails. I'm not going to be doing anything. I'm going to make sure I'm well fed. Okay, you need to go to the bathroom. You need to go to the bathroom. I'm not hungry. I'm not thirsty. I'm sitting down for 2 hours straight and actually accomplishing. People like to cramp. And it's, oh, we're learning so many hours. We're learning so many hours during the day. And then somehow they fail the test. They fail the test because they haven't learned anything. Because it's just a show that people do. So try to do so for 1 week. And then after you do it week by week. After you do it for week by week, try to make a plan for 2 weeks. After you got a mastery of that and the discipline to do it, make a plan for a month. Where you know every hour you can give an account to every hour. Why is that important? When you can give an account, you can actually implant tochen, substance, into your actions. I can plan ahead. I could say, this is ikal, this is tafel. That's important, that's not important. There is a reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm aware of what I'm doing, and therefore there is a purpose. And I'm, by the way, also enjoying what I'm doing as well. One of the reasons for lack of enjoyment is because you can't plan it. You always live on the edge of anxiety. You don't know what you're doing. And your schedule is crazy. I mean, you're running like a chicken with no head. Try to always catch up. You're always, and then you're going to tell me I have problems with my thyroid, I have problems with this and stress. This is all because you're not organized. All the other things that happen in the world, they happen in the world. It's right now none of your concern. Right now you have a certain task to do. And the same thing here. You need to come and learn, right? You learn. So you know that you're learning. We learn from this time to this time we do this, from that time with this and we do the other one, and then before you know we finish. If one day we're going to do Mishnah for half an hour, then next time we're going to do Gemara in the same, we're never going to learn everything. There's not going to be continuity, there's not going to be growth, we're not going to accomplish, there's that, we're not going to feel happy, fulfilled, blah, 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 etc., etc., etc. However, there is a danger, and you need to balance things. Balance not always means 50-50. Balance means a certain of a balanced amount. I mean, for example, if I'm making a martini, right, and I'm going to put, instead of putting 2-to-1 ratio, or let's say I'll make vodka martini, right? So I put, let's say, 2 gin, 1 vodka, and then a little bit of bitters, or lemon if you like it like this. I'm going to make half or third bitter, third vodka, and a third gin. Well, it's not going to be martini. It's going to be barf. I don't know what it's going to be. It's not going to be martini. It's going to be barftini. So the proper amount, that's balanced. Everything is balanced. However, after you did so, you should dedicate 1 day a week, after you did the whole entire month like this, One day a week when you become spontaneous. So you won't feel too rigid. So you won't feel too stressed and too confined. There's a tight schedule. One day you just go haywire. That's one of the reasons, by the way, we have Shabbat. Forces us to do so. But if you don't understand, that's what you need to do. That's why you need to learn to, first of all, so you're going to tell me, so, hey, let's do first day chaos, then we get the order. No, first you get the order, then you do the chaos. And you should do it like this. So if you, argument's sake, were very responsible a whole entire year, and you give an account, you knew exactly, this hour I do this, and this hour for me to rest, and from this time to this time I eat, and this is the time I learn, and then and so on and so forth. So then give yourself 1 week when you go haywire. Just, in other words, take the car and drive, close your eyes, flip up a coin, or open the thing, and whichever direction you put your finger on the compass, that's where you're going to go. 1 week a year you live in a sporadic manner, an uncontrolled manner, just, of course, not doing uncontrolled things, In other words, just whatever the wind takes you. That's what I'm talking about doing. You're going to do so, you're going to feel happy, you're going to feel fulfilled, you're not going to feel choked, and you're actually going to accomplish something. Shabbat Shalom.